Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On first down, Watson. And his first pass is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to run it with Murray. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. On 1st and 10, Watson. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Cooper will come in motion right. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bryant. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. It's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Anthony Walker, given that O-line fits, he gets in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. 20! A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. There's certainly a need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studio. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 15. Here's Williams to start the drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And Chubb will try the middle here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They run again on first down. Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And again, it's Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver's offense ready to go again. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, 30 yards. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
For the Browns, good starting field position. They have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. The York on now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Here's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this... here will just be a little icing on the cake.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. On the return, Jackson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A full start backs him up 5. First and 15. Throwing is Wilson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. 14. Wilson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defense. Side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. No, and the increased distance may have cost him there, as it is no good.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Washington now brings this out. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said,
and Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.